Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another. This is gonna be a cellar raid, right? I pulled this from the cellar.
This came out the cellar, Brad.
Yeah, it's not old. It's pretty new, right? This is the Orin from Half Acre.
Got a handsome little waterproof label there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
they they got some trippy artwork on their stuff.
This beer got released. I want to say no more than 6 months ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't remember if I got to try it at the tap room or even if I got to try it ahead of time, but I remember the bottle release happened, and I made it up there and picked up a bottle, thinking we were going to drink this much sooner on Chicago Beer Pass than we have, but here we are now.
barrel aged. Barrel aged out? Is that what this is?
It's a bourbon barrel stout, right? There's not a ton of information on here other than ale in bourbon barrels. And ale is a very a large umbrella.
All encompassing. There's a lot that falls under ale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
They might as well just say a beer aged in.
is it porter? Is it a stout? Is it a doppel? What the
Yeah.
fuck is it?
But, whew.
Love the head. Love those classic bourbon notes, man.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of
Bourbon.
cherry.
Yeah, cherry. Like baking spice, cherry. Like a little toffee.
It smells like, warm, like almost like a campfire. But yeah, I can't wait to dive in. Let's go. Whew. That's thick.
Yeah.
12%. And syrup is the first like thought that comes to mind, just how thick it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually takes you want to give it like 3 or 4 sips before you judge a beer usually. But what are your thoughts here?
I love when you dive right in and all that syrupy bourbon whiskey goodness hits you all up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it kind of like it kind of coats your tongue and like gently settles, you know. Yeah, in comparison to like we had a BCS 2017 and it does all that syrupy boozy goodness at the back, and this is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah,
it happens all in front.
What's weird about this beer is, you said it all happens in the front. Where maybe if you're drinking another beer, it just kind of like it goes down, like you're drinking, but for some reason your mouth and like your taste buds kind of like stop this beer, like
Yeah.
you're not. I don't want to say like a gag reflex, but it's kind of like, oh, hold on, I'm not ready to accept what that is yet.
Yeah.
And then you taste it all up front, and then you can swallow. Like it's very hard to just like down this beer, like chug it.
Yeah.
There's something there that's like in your mouth, like holding it back.
Yeah, you're convinced. Like initially, I was convinced that it was a lighter bodied beer, but now that I've had a couple sips, it's tricking me into thinking it's lighter body because it's happening so quick. And then, like you said, yeah, instead of going through it, you slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it finishes really clean. There's a little bit of like stickiness left, but not a lot of flavor. But I could see this beer not holding up very well to the age. Like not like it has like that cherry raspberry notes to it that I think you might, if you hold on to it too long, might start to feel like it's off if you hold on for like a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion right now. It may hold up fine and it may taste exactly the same.
Yeah, it feels more like on the finish. It feels more like a really nice, like a root beer, almost it finishes more like a boozy root beer than it does like a heavy, cloyingly sweet stout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of invites you into another sip where it plays that trick on you, where big up front, non-alcoholic finish almost.
Yeah. Now that I've warmed up to the beer and had a few sips, I'm starting to get more of that wood aroma versus the cherry and sweetness in the smell, which is nice.
It's playful,
Yeah.
Like we were talking about stout heavy fest this weekend and how some beers, the ones that you remember are the ones that give you more than one note one tone,
Yeah.
and just kind of play with you. And this one plays with you on. The mouthfeel is like playing tricks on me. So, which that's cool.
But this just feels like a beer you need to share with friends. Like it's a big stout that you need to sip on and enjoy. So I would recommend, like, we each poured out a little bit here and we still have half a bottle. So you need a third or fourth person to help with this beer. If you still have one sitting around, if you picked one up when it was released late in 2017.
Yeah. Waterproof label, really good for going to Home Depot and getting that spout and converting it into like a hand soap.
What?
Container.
I've never done that.
Oh yeah, dude, this kind of bottle, yeah, that label's gonna look great just hanging out in your,
And you make a hand soap. You
can.
buy the jug. Blah, 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 blah.
That bottle's too big for your bathroom, my bathroom.
Yeah.
But my sink in the kitchen, yeah, you could put like some Dawn in there, or just have your Dawn and then have hand soap if you just want to wash your hands outside of the bathroom.
Okay.
There you
Can't say I've done that.
It's cool. It works.
All right, good to know. The wax did take a little bit of time to get off. I have a mess here. I was saying how I cannot wait till the wax trend.
You're over it, man, huh?
I hate wax beers.
I dig it.
I'm almost at the point, just like how I would never rent VHS tapes that had 2 movies. I'm almost at the point where I will not buy a beer that is a wax top.
I will say this: they are, and then a lot of
too
them,
much a hassle.
They're a pain in the ass to get off. The only time I enjoy them is in they look really cool in the graveyard, at a bottle share, all lined up against the wall, all the pretty lights, all the pretty colors.
Right.
That's its only purpose. Other than that, they're a pain in the ass to get off.
Yeah, and they add nothing to the bottle.
And then also it's not functional.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it's helping oxidate. It's not.
Right.
It's just wax on your bottle.
And now it's wax on my table. All right. Well, we'll sip on this. We'll probably pour another glass here before we wrap up. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for listening.
Cheers. Fuck, I didn't know it was 12%.